Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tale of Two Dead Girls. I'm your host Kayla,
And I'm your host, Kayle.
and this is episode 16?
16?
Oh shoot, I already forgot. But yeah, it's a little bit late. Sorry, health issues and shit. So, but we're here. We're here to tell you some fucked up stories. Well, I got a fucked up story. I don't know what Kale's got, but I'm sure it's something spooky.
Yeah, I got something scary for y'all.
Cool.
I don't know why I said that like that, but
Y'all
we're gonna get rowdy.
rowdy yeehaw. Wait, yay. No.
Oh my god.
No.
You better edit that out. No, I'm just
Yay.
kidding.
Yeehaw.
This ain't no yee podcast.
Yay. Wait, let me tell you. Okay, so this doesn't have to do with like paranormal or true crime or whatever. But I started watching this new show called, what is it? Love is Blind. Have you seen it? Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's like, I don't know, but I really loved it, and it's just like pretty much where people it's like a reality TV show where you like go into pods and like talk to all these different people without seeing them, and then like you end up falling in love with one of them, and then by the end of it it's like a 4 or 6 week thing, and then you get married to them. If it's like they're trying to prove if love is actually blind, so like you fall in love with them first, and then you actually meet them in person, and then if the connection is still there, then yay. If not, then it's, whatever. But I just wanted to put that out there because
That is weird.
that was just something that I was, like binging. So yeah, like I just wanted to share that. Also, this just happened, but I don't know if you saw it, but I made a midsummer wall hanging. Did you see it?
I did see it. I loved it. It was so good.
Like, literally, I could not believe that I made that. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, look at my creativity just flowing. And this is like something that I didn't even know I had inside me. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I'm talking about, well, it actually already sold, so it's not on my Etsy anymore, but it sold within like 5 minutes of me posting it. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I make woven wall hangings, and I made a midsummer inspired piece, and you can view that on my Instagram. I have like a specific Instagram for like my wall hangings and pin boards and stuff, which is by Kayla Christine with K's. So yeah, and I'm also gonna make more of those because, it seemed to be a little popular. And also I'm thinking of doing like other horror themed kind of ones, like other horror movies.
Yeah.
And one I really want to do is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, because that is one of my favorite, quote, horror films, because I don't even know if it is it's supposed to be horror, but it's really like funny and cheesy, but it's super like actually creepy to me. Have you seen it?
Yes, I love that movie.
Oh my god, it's literally it's the best. Like
I love all horror movies, even the stupid cheesy ones, I'll be honest.
Yeah, they're great. They're just so great. I love it so much. And then I just found this company. God, what are they called? Frick. We follow them on the Tale of Two Dead Girls Instagram, but they have like a bunch of Killer Clown merch, and I was like, oh my god, this is a shit you can't find like other places. Like if you Google Killer Clowns merch, it's kind of hard to find shirts and stuff. And I mean, at least it was hard for me when I was like trying to find stuff, but I found this company, and they have like some really sick designs, and I'm like, oh my god, they have more than just one shirt. I'm so happy. But
yeah, I looked at it when you posted it on our story. I can't remember what it's called though. It's like Cavity Colors or Creative, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But I followed them because they have like other horror stuff that's really cool too, like enamel pins and stuff.
Yeah, that's actually, I think that's where I got my shorty pin, because I have a shorty Killer Clown pin. Well, a friend got it for me, and I saw it on the website, and I was like, oh, I wonder if this is where he got it. But
it could be.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
gonna say though,
so.
like with the midsummer wall hanging, that you should do more like themed wall hangings, because I think that those would sell like really, really well because people
Yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah, and okay, so like when I started the wall hanging thing, I started back in maybe I think it was 2015. And back then I was how old was I? I think it was like 19. And like people weren't like people my age, cuz all my friends were like around my age, and they just weren't really into like home decor, wall decor. They just didn't really care about that
Yeah.
stuff. So like the stuff that I would make, like no one really cared about it, and it was really hard to like gain an audience. But who knew, 5 years later that people are actually interested in it now. And so I haven't like there'd be times where I stopped, but I'm like picking it back up like fully now. And when I started off, I actually made themed ones, but it was more of like with the seasons. So, or like holidays. So I did like a whole
Yeah.
little like collection of like spooky Halloween type of themed ones. They were so cute, and I still have some till this day, 5 years old, that nobody has purchased.
You should
But
repost them now that you're like getting more like following and stuff like that.
yeah, I mean they're still on my Etsy, but I should probably post them on like my Instagram. But I made some really cute ones that I wish I had. There was one that I gave to my ex-boyfriend, and now he hates me, so I'm pretty sure he trashed it, which I wish he would have just given it back to me because I loved it. But he was a good boyfriend, just get like buying one. Actually, I don't know if he bought it. I think he might have bought it to support me. I can't remember. Maybe I just gave it to him. I don't know. But it was just really nice to have a significant other that like liked what I was making, or wanted to support me.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I just wanted to share my like little fun exciting projects I've been doing, and it's a lot of fun. And oh, I also would like to mention that if anybody does buy anything from my Etsy or anything, know that you are doing me a big, big favor or help or whatever, because that money is strictly going to my savings account to moving out of my mom's. I moved back in with her in 2018, and I've been working very hard to move out again because I miss where I'm from. I miss Southern California. I don't live in Southern California right now, but that is where I belong. And so I'm working very hard to move out. um, so that's where that money is going. So thank you to
That's a good
whoever
idea.
has purchased. Yeah.
So I haven't really been doing much, honestly. I just like go to the gym and go to work. My life is kind of boring right now. But I'm excited for summer. It's starting to get like kind of nice outside again, where it's like it's funny to me because in California, if it's like 40 degrees outside, it's freezing, but
It's
if
not
it's like
40. It's never 40 degrees over here.
okay, well,
It
if
doesn't
it were
get
to
that
be
cold.
if it were to be 40 degrees there, you guys would be freezing. But in
Right.
Utah, when it's 40 degrees, people start busting out the flip flops and shorts.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so
That's crazy.
it's been like getting warm outside, and like I get off work at 6 o'clock and it's still light outside, which is my favorite thing ever.
Wait, it's still light outside?
Yeah. Well,
What
today
the?
it was. Some days it's
Oh my
not, but
god.
today it was. So I'm like,
Yeah.
spring is coming.
Yeah, cuz that what is it? Daylight savings or whatever the other
Yeah, it's like
one of those.
March.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
coming up.
March something. Yeah, it's coming up in like the next week. I think next weekend, actually, next Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think a
I
lot of
know.
people like are not going to be as like stuck at home because now like
Yeah,
the sun will be out more
I
longer.
know.
So
I
that's
need the
good.
sun. Can
Yeah,
you please
me
spare some
too.
serotonin, sir?
Yeah, I definitely need that right now.
Yeah.
Um
But
but
anyways, that's
yeah.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
My dog has been sick, but other than that,
Aww.
I know it's
Oh
a
my
bummer.
god.
But
How about you tell us about your hospital stomach scare that
oh
happened
no.
recently?
Yeah, I thought that my appendix was going bad on me, but it apparently wasn't. I don't know what was going on.
It, like, half was. So, like, Kale
Yeah, it was
texted
like
me, like, what time was it? I don't even remember. It was kind of late.
it was like 8:30 my time, so like
Okay.
7ish your time,
Okay,
7:30.
right. Yeah, and she was like, "My stomach hurts really bad." And I'm like, "Uh-oh, show me where." And then, like, she told me it was on the right side, and I was like, "Girl, that might be your appendix. Get your ass to the hospital ASAP." And she was
Yeah.
like, "No." And then and she, like, contacted, like, some doctor or whatever, and they were like, "Yeah, go." And then she went, and then she was there literally all fucking night, and they were like, "Your appendix is, like, too big right now, but we're not
Too
gonna take
big.
it out." Yeah, we're like not gonna
No,
take
they
it
like
out unless
the weirdest thing was that they were like, "Yeah, it's kind of big, but, it's not really like we can't
oh.
tell for sure if it's going to be appendicitis or not, but we could take it out if you want." And I'm just like, "Wait, so you're not sure, but you want to remove it like just for fun?" I was
I
like,
would totally. I would be
I was
like,
like,
"Yes, please take this shit out of
"No."
me."
I was like, I don't want to go through surgery unless I absolutely have to. Like, that's not
Right.
something that I'd love to do on a freaking, what was it, like Tuesday night?
Yeah. Oh my god. And then so I was texting her, to keep updated, because I love my friends and I want to make sure they're okay. And I guess she has her boyfriend text me, and I was livid for like 5 seconds.
He was like, you were like, is your boyfriend with you? And he freaking texted back and he's like, no, he had to stay home to play Fortnite. He couldn't let
No,
the
he
squad
left.
down
You were like, he left me to go play Fortnite. And I was like,
because
Kale,
he
are
couldn't
you
let the squad
serious?
down.
Yeah, I was like, are you serious? I was like, what the fuck? And then like dot 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 dot. And then it's just like, ha 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 ha, this is her boyfriend. Kale's laughing, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I fucking hate
Dude,
you.
when you texted back and you're like, Kale, seriously? What the fuck? He was laughing so hard because you were like typing like immediately after he sent it. And he was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what she's going to say because she doesn't even know me.
Yeah, because what you say is like he's like some Prince Charming, and so it was a
Yeah.
little hard for me to believe that, but I still, of course, believed it because you've never really like joked with me like that before. So I was like, oh hell
Yeah.
no, what the fuck? Oh my god, yeah. So that happened.
Yeah, that happened. It was not fun.
Yeah. Well, I do. I mean this. I do want to say that this episode is probably gonna be a long one. My story is pretty long, and there's a lot of information that I got that I didn't even put into. Like, there was just so much. Like, there was just so much I could have put in here, and I spent hours and hours and hours working on this, and this is the longest story that I've probably ever or that I'm probably ever going to share or have shared yet. So,
Yeah, so get
yeah.
comfy.
Yeah, get comfy, grab a snack, keep driving.
Get some
What?
tea, as Kayla would say.
Yes. Oh my god, where's my
Turn on your
tea?
fan, get your blanket.
I don't even have my tea. No, but I have my water and I have my mints, and I am good, cozy, ready with my dogs to share this story. So, let's get on into it. Okay, so this is a family murder case that happened in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada in
Ooh.
2006. So I was like 11 or 12 at this time. So that means you were like 11 or 12 at this time, huh? Right?
Yeah. Oh, wait, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, yeah, so we're the same age. I thought you were younger
95.
than me for some reason.
No.
Wait, what day's your birthday?
My birthday's September 1st.
Oh, mine's October 23rd. I was like, what if we have the same birthday?
Oh my god, imagine how crazy. Well,
Yeah. Anyways.
anyways, okay, so the weird thing, well, the crazy thing about this story is that um the person, well, one of the people in this that committed these crimes, they were our age at the time. Oh, well, they're our age now, but so anyways, let me just continue.
Okay.
So, okay, the crime was planned by 12-year-old Jasmine Richardson, and it was carried out by her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Allen Steinke. like stanky, but stanky. And yes, 23 years old. So
Damn.
he was 11 years older, which is completely fucked considering the fact that she was a minor and not even a teenager yet. Like, that's
Yeah.
disgusting,
Real
gross.
chomo vibes.
Like, 2006, like, I don't know. I mean, back in 2009, I remember, off topic, sorry, let me just say this really quick. I remember being 14 and like all my friends being 14, and like I dated 17-year-olds, and like my 14-year-old friends would date 17-year-olds. It was just like a normal thing for 14-year-olds to date 17-year-olds, which now I think about it, that is disgusting. I hope to God no 17-year-old boys are dating 14-year-old girls, because that's weird. Like, 14 is, that's weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Like, I
weird.
mean, you're not legally an adult yet. You're still a minor, but still like 14.
But the
Like, you,
maturity
like,
difference is
yeah, like
total,
you,
like between being 14 and 17, like your maturity level is like so different.
yeah, and like you barely had just turned a teenager, so like that's
Yeah.
weird.
You can't even drive yet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's so weird. Feel like 14-year-olds are babies. But anyways, so at 1 p.m. on April 23rd, 2006, the bodies of Jasmine's parents, Mark, who was 42, and Deborah, who was 48, were found dead on the floor in their home. Her little brother, Tyler Jacob, who was only 8 years old, was found upstairs in his room, and Jasmine wasn't anywhere to be found. She wasn't at the house when the police arrived, and for a bit, they actually thought that she might have been kidnapped, or, like something. Like, they thought that she
Oh
was just a
no.
victim.
Yeah.
But as the investigation progressed, evidence, pointed to her involvement in the murders, and then she ended up getting arrested the next day, about 80 miles from her house, with her boyfriend, and they were both charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder. Um, and then later on May 3rd, 2006, Jeremy's friend Casey Lancaster, who was 19 at the time, she was charged with being an accessory for disposing of the evidence. So that's just kind of like a little brief description of like what went down with this. So Jasmine's parents didn't approve of her dating a 23-year-old, so pretty much they
Mm-mm.
forbidded. I don't
So they
know.
were just being good parents.
Yeah, they didn't allow her to see him. So, yeah. So of course she was like pissed off, a angsty teenager, whatever. And also a weird thing is about Jeremy is that he thought and would tell people that he was a 300-year-old werewolf.
Oh,
Like,
on every
actually,
level except for physical, I am a wolf.
exactly. And then he says, or apparently he also liked the taste of blood, and he would wear a small vial of blood around his neck. So
I mean, in today's culture, that's just being an e-boy.
exactly. But then like saying
It
you're a
wasn't fashionable back
werewolf.
then. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. That part's a little bit weird still.
Yeah.
No offense to any
Um
werewolves out there listening.
yeah, we accept all of you. So unless you're a murderer, please don't come listening
Yeah.
to us. Stay away. But anyways, so both Jasmine and Jeremy had accounts on vampirefreaks.com, which is something that I used to have during. Oh, actually, I don't think I had it during that time. No, I had Vampire Freaks probably in like 2008, 9, 10, something like that. Do you know what Vampire
Probably.
Freaks is?
You were like an actual scene queen.
Oh,
I
yes, I
probably would
was.
have I probably would have aspired to be you when I was that age, but unfortunately I
Oh,
did not have a Vampire Freaks.
oh my
I remember
god.
I had a MySpace and I was like obsessed with MySpace, but
Oh my god, yes.
I remember looking at hot guys on Vampire Freaks.
Oh my god, and they all were like from Germany and shit. Like, Vampire
Yeah.
Freaks, I feel like everyone just lived in like everywhere else besides America.
Yeah.
but But yeah, so also just to throw this out there, Vampire Freaks closed down. They just shut down the actual website. I think on January 31st.
Damn. I can't
Like
believe they were even still a website until then.
yeah. Yeah, they had like a merch store and like meetups and like they had all this stuff going still.
Jesus.
I tried looking for my account, but I think that got deleted or something probably because I haven't used it. But I was so upset, but I think I still have photos where I have like the Vampire Freaks fucking logo in it.
Yeah.
Um but maybe I'll post some of my old scene pictures for you guys.
That'd be
But
good.
yeah,
It's really funny.
so anyways, they both had accounts on Vampire Freaks, and people at first thought that they met on there, but then I think one of Jeremy's friends just told like someone that they actually met at a punk show in early 2006. They also had accounts on, I think it's called Nexopia, which I'm assuming was like the Canadian version of MySpace. I mean, I know MySpace was like everywhere, but I think it was just like another like thing like MySpace, it just called Nexopia from like Canada. And so they would talk on there, and their messages and stuff were made public, or were they? Ow! Oh shit! Hold on. I just stepped on the cord for my phone and like my earplug, kind of like fell out and
Oh
then like
no.
my phone fell. Yeah, but
I heard that.
anyways, um so their messages were available publicly before the website shut down their accounts, and Jasmine's username was Runaway Devil, and on the website she claimed to be 15, so she lied about her age.
Ooh. Wait, how old was she again?
She was 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, I knew it
Yeah.
was like somewhere around there. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then hours before the murders were committed, she wrote her last words on her account saying, quote, "Welcome to my tragic end." Ooh, fucking sinister.
Yeah.
um, a f-
Dramatic.
yeah, oh my god, that kind of reminds me. Oh, I don't even think I should talk about it. I think it's still too soon to talk about it. Um, yeah, I won't talk about it. Never mind.
Wait, what? Now I'm curious.
Um, okay, I'll just say like what it is. But there was a girl who got murdered by someone recently. It was like last summer. She lived in New York. I'm not going to say her name just out of respect for her family right now, and of course I respect everybody else's families that we share stories, but I think that since this is just so recent and she was a minor, I think she was a minor. Yeah, I just don't want to name any names right now. But anyways, she got murdered by this guy that she knew on that Discord app thing,
Oh no.
website, and the pictures like of her like dead
Oh, I
went
know what you're
viral.
talking about. She
Yes.
was in the
So,
car?
yes,
Oh my
yes,
god, that
that.
was so horrible, dude. I
It
saw the
was
picture on Twitter and I was like horrified. I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real.
yeah, it was horrifying that that was available publicly, but yeah,
Yeah.
that what she wrote there kind of reminded me of that, because on his Snapchat, like those pictures were posted and he was posting, or no, it was on his Instagram story, which I actually did get to see in real time, like within the 24 hours that it was still up. It was so fucking crazy. But
Yeah, same.
it was saying stuff like that, like, so this is redemption or something like that. Like, I don't know, he just said some really sinister shit before he like went to go murder this poor girl. But
Yeah, and it was sad because like all of her Instagram posts were sad too. Well,
they
not all
were,
of them, but some of them were sad. Yeah,
I don't
like
remember.
she was kind of like a sad girl, but I don't know. But she was so popular on the internet. She had like so many likes on all of her shit.
Oh, well, actually she didn't gain that following until after like the murder. Like, that's when she started gaining that following. She wasn't popular at all before that. Like, she probably had, this is something that I read, because I remember when I first like saw her account, she probably had like a couple thousand, and then now she has like what, 100,000 or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's just weird how like stuff like that blows up when you're gone. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so sad. But yeah. Anyways, on to the story. Um So a few hours before the murders, these two kids, well, I guess Jeremy's not a kid, but um, Jasmine and Jeremy watched Natural Born Killers, which is a film from 1994 about a young couple who go on a killing spree. And I haven't seen it, so I can't say much about it. But apparently, Jeremy told his friends that him and his girlfriend should go about their plans with murdering her parents in a similar manner, but without sparing her younger brother. So I'm assuming in Natural Born Killers, whoever was murdered, they would like spare like the siblings or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. Um, so a little bit of Jeremy. He was unemployed. He was also a high school dropout. I don't know what grade he dropped out in, but yeah, he thought about suicide a lot, but he never attempted it. He was said to be sadistic. He said he'd go see horror movies in theaters, and all of the gory, violent parts where everyone would usually scream and get scared, he would like be standing and like laughing and cheering it on and saying to like do it again. Like he really enjoyed seeing all of like the violence and shit like that. Like I don't know, it was weird, but he had also dark thoughts since the age of 13, and he liked to drink his own blood, and his friend even made him cookies with his blood.
Oh
And he
my
ate them.
god.
Yeah.
Ew, I
Uh,
think I saw something like that on. I never mind.
oh my
I'm pretty
god,
sure I
no,
saw.
what?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I remember seeing like I used to watch those shows like My Strange Addiction or whatever. But
oh
I
my
can't
god.
remember like if it was a show on TV or it was like something on YouTube. But like people would like
Yeah.
cook with their own blood. Like they would literally
Ew.
they learned how to like take their own blood and they would like cook with it. And I'm like, that's
Ew.
fucking gross. Like
Yeah,
what
that's
is
gross.
wrong with you?
I've never heard of that. That's so weird. Ew.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so now I'm just gonna talk a little bit about like them two as a couple. So they got engaged before they got arrested, and he told the okay, so there was an undercover cop when he was being transported to prison. Um, so he told an undercover cop that whenever they get out, that they were gonna get married, and like this dude literally thought that he was gonna get out, because he told him, he's like, when we get out, it's like, dude, you're never getting out. You fucking killed people. You're not getting out.
Yeah. Like not just one person, but three people.
Exactly. So
And a child. You killed a child.
well, we'll get there.
Okay, sorry.
So we'll get there. So he promised her that once they got out of jail, that he was gonna save up his money and buy one of those old castles in Germany. He's like I think he's German, so he wanted to like move to Germany, and they planned to get a ring tattooed on their ring finger, and after that they'd get an actual wedding band and have a gothic style wedding. Jeremy was really, really in love with Jasmine. He talked about how thoughtful and kind she was to him and how she treated him unlike anyone else has before. He stated that he treats her like a queen, that he would pray for her every night and wish her sweet dreams when they first got locked up, and that they could sense each other's presence and that they were soulmates. And he said being away from her feels like hell, and not being able to communicate with her is torture. So like when they first got arrested, they were like they were in the same area, so he would say that he could feel like they could feel each other and like communicate without like actually seeing each other, but like they can feel it. And then as he started, get once he started getting taken away somewhere else, like it started to like become less and less, and then he couldn't feel her anymore, and it was like driving him crazy. um yeah, so before her, he did a lot of drugs, and to him, she was his gateway to quitting all of those drugs. And Jasmine was said to be Wiccan and would practice witchcraft. Jeremy said that she made him some sort of bag that has to do with the alignment of planets and stars. And I don't know, she was like just super spiritual. And he said that she put a lot of time into making it. And he also gave her a bottle of his blood. Um, and she planned to give him a bottle of her blood as well, but her parents, um, well, they think her parents found both of the bottles of their blood and took them from her. And then in a conversation with that undercover cop, he shared how his relationship with Jasmine was fucked up, like creepy fucked up. Um, like
Was this undercover cop like pretending to be like a cellmate?
yes.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay, that
this
makes
is
sense.
while yeah, this is like when they're in the van being transported. He like pretended
Yeah,
to
they
be
just needed
like
like
another
more
prisoner.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So so with the relationship being fucked up, like this is kind of like a little crazy, you know? But some people are into this kind of stuff, so it's okay, but I'm just going to go ahead and share it. So this is a quote. So he said, quote, so he was telling the undercover cop this. He said, so when we're like going at it or whatever, you know, fucking getting all intense and shit, she'll like claw on my back to the point where I'm bleeding, and she'll bite my neck and actually pierce my skin and start drinking my blood. That's something I kind of miss. E-
Okay, well,
Excuse me, what?
that's
She would drink his blood. Like, who does
yeah. I
that?
hope
That's
that he's
so
lying
weird.
just to try and sound cool, but
I
you
doubt it.
know,
I doubt it.
just the fact that
Honestly,
she like it's
I doubt
okay if
it.
people are into that, but like the fact that she's 12 is just like disgusting.
It's
Like
so
I
gross.
did not
Like,
even know like any of that shit was when I was 12.
babies come from the store.
Yeah. Like we were 12 we were her same age at
Yeah.
that time, weren't we?
I
Yeah.
dude, I was literally like in love with
I think
Hannah
I was
Montana
like
at the
10.
time.
Yeah,
Like
same.
that's what I was doing with my life.
Yeah, that's really nutty. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so now on to the murders. So this was a very brutal crime that really shook Canada. The investigation into the murders began on April 23rd, 2006, when a neighbor's kid went over to play with Jasmine's younger brother, Tyler Jacob, and noticed someone lying on the floor through a window. So he like came, knocked on the door, no one answered, but he looked through the window and saw someone on the floor. So the kid went back home and told his parents, you know, what he saw. And so the mom was just like, I'm gonna believe my child. So then she called the police, and then they went to the Richardson's house, and then inside they saw tons of blood and the walls smeared with bloody handprints. Um, they also discovered the bodies of Mark and Deborah sprawled out on the first floor of the home. They went to the upstairs bedroom and found the lifeless body of her younger brother lying on his bed.
That's so sad.
Deborah Richardson died after being stabbed 12 times, and Mark fought for his life with a screwdriver, but was stabbed 2 dozen times, including 9 times in the back. And little Tyler
Jesus.
Jacob was found lying on his blood-soaked bed and with his throat slashed open. He was 8 years old.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible. That's so sad. Like thinking
Yeah.
back to it, like since we were the same age as her at this time, like my little sister would have been the same age as him, and I could not even imagine doing something like that to her. It's just crazy. Like for any reason whatsoever. Like
It's fucked. Yeah, you gotta be really messed up, I guess, you know?
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so apparently Jeremy went into the house wearing a mask and all black. He was high off of cocaine and drank a beer and a bottle of red wine called Vampire before going and committing the crimes. He claimed that he wasn't in the right state of mind, and if he was sober, then he probably would have just continued to try talking Jasmine out of the plan, because he did try talking her out of it, but then she like got upset and was I'm pretty sure she was just like, if you love me, you do it or whatever, you know, kind of thing. Um, but she just really wanted her parents dead. So he stood, so Jeremy stood in the basement waiting for her dad to come downstairs, but instead it was her mom. So he wasn't prepared for her first. Like he was prepared for the dad, and so he instantly got freaked out and got her, and you know, like started stabbing her, I guess. And then she screamed, and Mark came barreling downstairs and came at Jeremy real fast. Mark came at Jeremy with a screwdriver and also grabbed his face and shoved his thumbs in Jeremy's eyes. His eye ended up being swollen shut and bloody by the end of all of it. And then Mark attempted to stab him with the screwdriver, just missed his muscle and went into the hood of his eye. So,
Oh no.
yeah. Jeremy screamed and he just started stabbing him to death. Once he tried to defend himself, Jeremy was just like, just stabbing this father, you know, a husband, you know, and a father of a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old, and it's just
Yeah,
sad.
that's crazy. It's crazy that he was able to like take on two people, but I guess like getting caught off guard can like change everything.
I think he killed the mom first, and then like that's like he finished her right away as
Oh, okay.
he came down. But the really
Still,
sad part
that's
is
crazy.
like, oh god, the really sad part, like it really broke me when I read this. So while Mark was laying on the ground, you know, dying, he asked Jeremy why. He just said why. And Jeremy said, quote, "'Cause you treat your daughter like shit. She wanted it this way." And that was it. Mark was dead.
Oh.
Like, to hear those last words before you die is just, it's just so fucked. Like, that just, oh, God, I can't even describe, like, the feeling of that. But um so Jeremy thought that her dad really got him. Like, Jeremy thought he was going to die, which is why he just started like stabbing him, because he thought that his dad was going to end up killing him. So yeah. But after he went upstairs and watched Jasmine cut her brother's throat. So Jasmine killed her brother. Jeremy didn't kill him, but he said it didn't bother her at all either. She didn't cry or anything. In fact, the next day we were on the road and she was laughing about it. She's got a few screws loose too. And
Oh my
that's what he
god.
said to the, yeah, that's what he said to the undercover cop. So, um
Dude, I can't even imagine that. Like her little brother, was he like sleeping?
I have no idea. I
Like
couldn't
hopefully
find,
he was just like sleeping. Hopefully he didn't wasn't like awake and saw her evil face staring down at him like, "Oh my god."
I doubt he was sleeping, because if the mom was screaming and then the dad, but it's
That's
like,
true.
oh god, I don't know, it's just the whole thing is just like really fucked up. And also, like, it was said that they were found on the first floor, but then Jeremy was waiting for them in the basement, so I don't know like where they actually got killed, if they got killed in the basement or if they got killed like on the first floor. The first floor is like a
Hmm.
normal floor, right? Then there's the basement, and then there's like the second floor, right?
Yeah, that's
That's how
how.
it that's how it works.
Yeah. Wait, cuz
um
do you guys don't have basements like in California, do you? Or is that a
no,
myth?
no, we don't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cuz like what I'm thinking is that like the basement is usually like part way underground and then the middle part and then there's like an upstairs sometimes, but yeah, that's really weird. Maybe they like drug the bodies up there or maybe he just lied and he actually like ran up there and like
I have no
bombarded them. I
idea.
don't know. That's crazy.
There was a lot of sources for this. This was actually also an episode. Like, they made this into a show, or like they dramatized this in a show. I think I forget which one, but yeah. So now I'm just gonna talk a tiny bit about Casey, which I briefly mentioned at the beginning. So Casey got arrested for getting rid of evidence. Okay, so she went and picked Jeremy and Jasmine up after killing them, you know, and then parked his truck. So she got his truck, picked them up in his truck, and then drove the truck somewhere, and then that was it. Jeremy thinks that she ratted on them and like called the police and told them, because he said, quote, so we went to Saskatchewan and she went into the gas station to pay for gas, and she was in that gas station for a hell of a long time before she came back out, and then went over to the high school. And the next thing you know, oh, and then we went over to the high school, and the next thing you know, three cop cars roll up. Not unless somebody ratted. Why would three cop cars all of a sudden just roll up? And that's what he said to the undercover cop. So Casey, she actually, I think the charges on her dropped, because she didn't actually like get rid of evidence. Like there wasn't really any evidence to get rid of, um besides like the car, I guess. But I don't know if the car is evidence, because they killed the family like in the house. So I don't know.
Yeah. The only way I can think of it would just be like if they had blood on them and then they got in the car and there was blood in the car or something like that.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Or unless like she got rid of like the knife or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. So okay, so I read a whole ass 60-page transcript. I actually didn't read the full 60 pages. I did read 40 of them though, so that's a
Oh wow.
lot. Yeah,
That is a lot.
it's a whole lot. So I'm gonna share some of like, I'm just gonna share what I wrote from it. So on his way to the prison, which was, it was a 3-hour car ride. He was joined by an undercover cop, which I've already talked about, and he posed as a prisoner. So during that ride, they started talking, and Jeremy starts to admit the killings. There's quite a few things that he said that I want to share. Um, he said to the undercover cop that him and his girlfriend are legends, and that he loves her with all his heart and soul. And that he said, the way I look at it, when you love somebody enough, you'll do anything for them, no matter what the consequences are. He also talks about how he's not fond of guns and that he'd rather use knives, when he was explaining how some dude in his cell was like talking shit about him and Jasmine, and how he just wanted to stab the guy. Um, he said he's into the whole Japanese sword thing. The cop said that he had one of these big ninja things in a black sheath, or yeah, I think that's black sheath. I don't know. And how it would be nice to take it to a bar one day, and Jeremy was like, "Yeah, I bet," and lob off a couple of heads. Like
Oh my god.
he's literally like still talking about fucking killing people as he's like going away to prison. Oh my
How he
god.
was like, I didn't want to do it, but she talked me into it. Yet you know you know damn well he would have killed somebody eventually.
Exactly. Well, he was very abusive. Like he was abusive towards, like, he would fight people, and he would always like want to like really really hurt someone. And so yeah, but so he also shared that he thinks that the love story in the Natural Born Killers movie was the greatest love story of all time, and that him and Jasmine started their own love legacy. And apparently, Jasmine said it is the next closest step to immortality. And then, and after some other conversations, he gets into what he think he might not end up being charged with. He says, "quote, I might get off on one of those charges, or two of those charges, because one, she killed her brother. I didn't touch him. And her dad attacked me with a screwdriver, so that's technically self-defense." He talked about
Okay, what? Self-defense after you're killing somebody?
yeah, so okay, but like even if he did get those two charges dropped, like he's going to be tried as an adult because he is an adult. And if you murder someone, well, I mean, sometimes it's like you get fucking life. No. I think it's only if you're underage you don't get life. Okay, yeah. So
I don't
it's
know.
like no
Some
matter what, you're gonna get life for life in prison because you fucking killed someone. Like no matter
well,
how many people.
yeah, but the thing is that Canada has like some weird laws with murder. Like there were a couple cases where I read and they like got out because Canada like believes in like the reform program, but Yeah,
Oh.
but I don't know about that, like, now or, like, at that time, so
Hmm.
I just know there was this guy who killed people on a bus. Maybe I'll do an episode about it.
Oh my god, yeah, do it.
Anyways.
So yeah, he talked about how he tried talking Jasmine out of the plan to murder her family, but she wouldn't listen to him and got upset and sad. And he didn't like that, so he was like, okay, well, I'm a man of my word, so I'll do it. So he did what his little 12-year-old girlfriend, he did, okay, he's a 23-year-old man and was pressured into something a 12-year-old girl told him to do. Like, what a little bitch he is.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so
This kinda gives me, like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard vibes.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, Kayla, you need to
I
watch it.
know. I know. Okay, so this is the last bit of mine. Now this is everything after all of everything that went down. So on July 9th, 2007, Jasmine Richardson was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder. She was sentenced to a maximum penalty of 10 years imprisonment on November 8th, 2007. Under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, 12 is the youngest possible age where someone can be charged with a crime. So, convicts who were under 14 years of age at the time they committed a crime cannot be sentenced as adults and cannot be given more than a 10-year sentence.
Oh
Now,
my gosh.
I did look it up to see if it's any different now, and if I read the website correctly, I don't think anything has changed as far as the age and stuff. It was kind of confusing. There's a lot of information, but it was the main thing I was looking for was like the ages and stuff, and it was all pretty much the same. Um, so anyway, her sentence included the 18 months that she had already spent in custody and to be followed by 4 years in a psychiatric institution, as well as 4.5 years under conditional supervision in the community. And then on December 5th, 2008, Jeremy Allen I already forgot his name.
Stanky?
Steinke, Steinke. He was found guilty by a jury of 3 counts of first degree murder in the deaths of the Richardson family. After a 2.5 week trial, the jury found Steinke responsible for the premeditated killings of his girlfriend's family in their home in 2006. Um, and then on December 15th, 2008, he was sentenced to 3 life sentences on, or of 3 accounts, of the first degree murder. The sentences were to be served concurrently, and he would be eligible for parole after serving 25 years. So that's like what, 2033, I think. But I don't understand, like, if you killed 3 people, why do you even get the option for parole? Like,
I don't even know, dude.
it said he would be eligible. I think it's like more like maybe he might be eligible, I don't know, but
Yeah. I think the way that parole works is basically like if they see how you've acted like throughout your sentence, and
mhm,
if they feel like you're a good, basically like an upstanding citizen now and that you've learned from your crimes, they'll give you the chance to go before the parole board. But
mhm,
also like the family members of the victims get to go to those meetings and basically be like, no, they don't deserve to be out because of X, Y, and Z.
yeah,
And then the parole board like looks over everything and sees if they really feel like they're able to get out or not. But yeah, that's fucked up. Like you should not, in this case, like you should not be able to get out. Like he would do it again, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
And if he wouldn't do it again, like he was still like dating a 12-year-old child, like he's
yeah, that
probably.
wait, why didn't he get time for that? I
Yeah, I
don't
was
even
kind
know if
of
he got
wondering if
time.
they did like a
I don't
charge
think
for that,
so.
but
I have no idea. I don't think so, but that's like statutory rape, isn't it?
it should be. I don't know the laws in Canada, but
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I mean, I would
that's
assume
different.
that 12 isn't a legal age of consent in Canada, but who knows how their laws work.
Right, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, okay, so in September of 2011, Jasmine was going to the University of Calgary and was freed 1 year after graduating in 2015. So Jasmine finished her sentence in 2016 and is living under a new identity. And today there are absolutely no public records of her or her whereabouts whatsoever. So I literally cannot find shit on her. Like where she
Jeez.
is. Because this girl, she's out. She's out
Yeah,
living
she's
her
out
life.
living.
Like it's insane. She has no family, no mother, no father, no brother. Like
Yeah, she
she
slashed
and
an 8-year-old's throat
she
and she's out living.
but see, I don't even know if she was charged for that. Like she was charged for the murders, but like I think I don't know. I don't know. It's hurting my head. But anyways, Jasmine is believed to be the youngest person ever convicted of a multiple murder in Canada. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, also in 2012, Jeremy changed his name to Jackson May, which May is his mother's like last name. But um, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for this story here.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was super nuts.
I can't wait to see what these people look like.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, I can't wait to show you the photos. I'm gonna. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. If you guys didn't know, we don't tell each other about our topics. Like, we give us enough information so that we know not to do the same thing, but we do it as like a surprise. So it's like we're both listening to the podcast too. So
Yes.
that's a fun fact for you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But
All right, guys. Well, my story this week is going to be about the Jersey Devil.
yeah, you're doing it.
Yes, I'm doing it. This
Okay.
is a pretty creepy story. Like I didn't really believe in it until I started watching like videos and stuff and I was like, dude, this thing is fucking real. Like it has to be.
I don't think I've actually seen. Actually, nah. I'm pretty sure they've done something on like Ghost Hunters or like something about the Jersey Devil. I think I've seen something about it,
Yeah.
but I can't really remember. So this is kind of new to me. Not really, but like I forgot
Yeah.
about it. So we'll say
Well,
it's
because I
new.
know that you watch I know that you watch those scary shows, so I put this in there for you specifically that it was on Paranormal State.
Oh, I've seen Paranormal State.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they
Okay.
did an episode on that. They also did an episode about it on Scariest Places on Earth
I've seen
and
that too.
Monsters and Mysteries in America. So,
I haven't seen that one.
and there's like YouTube documentaries and stuff too, but
yeah.
um yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the Jersey Devil is fucking real, but who knows.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so the Jersey Devil is also known as the Leeds Devil. It's a beast and that has been haunting the 25,000 acres known as the Pine Barrens in New Jersey since 1735. So,
Damn.
anybody in New Jersey that listens to our podcast that has a story about the Jersey Devil, please send it in to us.
Oh my
Um,
god, yes.
I don't know if we have any New Jersey listeners, but shout out to you. So the mythical beast is described as having bat-like wings, a horse's face and head, a serpent's tail, cloven hooves, and hair or feathers all over its body. Its most prominent
Ooh.
feature is glowing red eyes. So like the one
Oh,
thing that people always point out first off is that they see in its glowing red eyes like in the distance in the woods because it lives in the woods and it like a lot of the 25,000 acres hasn't like really been explored a lot or it's like uninhibited. So it could definitely live there.
that's spooky. Anything living in the woods is fucking spooky.
Yeah. So it's kind of described in a few different ways. Some people describe it as like having a kangaroo type body because the front legs are smaller. Like it's kind of like a horse body, but like the legs are smaller, kind of like a T-Rex or like a kangaroo. Um
Cute.
yeah, so and some of the pictures that are drawn look like a goat's head or like a horse's head but like with a dog like muzzle or mouth or whatever. So,
Interesting.
yeah, so it's just either way like it's terrifying.
Yeah.
um but the story began in 1735 in the Pine Barrens, as I said. A woman known as Mother Leeds, she found out that she was pregnant with her 13th child.
Oh
Um,
my god.
yeah, so
Holy shit.
her husband was a deadbeat. He was a drunk, and when she found out that she was pregnant with her 13th child, which is a lot, she was really upset, if you can imagine. And it said that she cried out, "Let this one be the devil."
Oh, what the hell?
Yep. So once the baby was born, it looked perfectly normal, but suddenly its wings unfolded and the child transformed into a demonic creature right before their eyes. So it's it's said that the father and the other children were in the other room, and that the midwives, which was like the people that would help give birth back in the day because they did it at home, um, it said that they were in the room and they saw all this happen. And there's two different stories. Like there's one story that says that it turned into the Jersey Devil, that it killed like almost everyone in the room. But
Oh
there's
my
other
god.
stories that say that it didn't kill anyone, or that it only killed the mom. So I don't actually know if it killed anyone when it was born. But
Yeah.
so the infant began to wail and growl as horns sprouted out of the top of its head,
Ugh.
and then he flew out of the chimney after transforming, like through the
Oh my
bricks,
god.
destroying the ceiling. Yeah.
Santa.
A reverse Santa. um, so since 1735, there have been many reported sightings. One of the first credible sightings of the Jersey Devil is reported by a war hero who is Commodore Stephen Decatur, or Decatur. I'm not quite sure which way to pronounce that. But he was a commander in the War of 1812. So it said that the
Wow.
Commodore was visiting the Hanover Iron Works, which is located in the Pine Barrens, and he was traveling there to test cannonballs on their firing range. He said that he saw the creature flying overhead and that he shot a cannonball at it, puncturing its wing.
Oh
The
my god,
creature,
a cannonball.
yeah,
That's so old.
like through its wing, yeah.
Some shit.
Um, the creature continued to fly overhead unaffected by the attack. So
Ew.
this gives me real like Jeepers Creepers vibes, because that motherfucker can't be killed.
Indestructible. Yeah.
um, so the Commodore story was told for many years, but some people actually believe that it's fake because he was traveling with Dr. James Killian. He was a cryptid hunter who gained fame for his study of all things paranormal. And so there are legends that suggest that Dr. Killian and Commodore Decatur were in the Pine Barrens to hunt the creature, and because they didn't actually bring it back, that they think that it's a possibility that they made up the story just to gain fame and respect. But
Yeah. It
yeah, but
happens.
I don't know, because I feel like this guy was a pretty honest man. Maybe I don't know him, but you know,
Yeah.
he was like a war hero, so maybe he wouldn't lie. Who knows?
Maybe.
um The other credible sighting was by Joseph Bonaparte, who was the older brother of Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte.
Bonaparte?
Yeah, he owned
Bon
land.
apple tea. I don't know.
Joseph owned land in Bordentown, New Jersey, which was known to be part of the Pine Barrens area as well. It's unclear if he was just out hunting regular animals or if he was actually hunting for the Jersey Devil. Um, Most people think that he was just like out hunting regular animals and he saw it. But yeah, he saw the creature and he didn't. He like tried to shoot at it, but it ran away, so he didn't actually like kill it or anything. But he saw it and he was fucking scared.
I would be too, shit.
Yeah. So the craziest reported sightings that I could find were, it was like a week span. So it was from January 16th to January 22nd in 1909. There were so many reports by thousands of New Jersey residents that there were newspaper reports all over the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
So
lot. A lot of places.
yeah, it's crazy. The first reported sighting for this time frame was on January 16th, and the devil was seen flying over Woodbury, New Jersey. I don't know how far away all of these places are, but apparently they're pretty close together,
Mm-hmm.
because they were all like kind of in the same area to be reported.
Yeah.
But the next day, there were sightings in Bristol, along with strange tracks that matched the description of the devil. On the 18th, more tracks were found in Burlington. And on the 19th, it is reported that Nelson Evans and his wife saw the Jersey Devil outside their window at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So they described it as being 3.5 feet tall, that its neck was abnormally long, its wings were at least 2 feet in length, and that it
Wait.
walked.
Wait.
Uh,
Three and
what?
a half feet tall?
Yeah, he was a
It's
little
a
guy.
little baby!
Maybe it was a baby Jersey Devil.
How cute!
Cuter than Baby Yoda.
I want to see it now.
Disney, don't sue me. um, but they said that it walked on its back hooves while holding its two front legs up. So like how I
Oh,
was describing of like
like
a
a
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so fucking cute. What the hell? Oh my
Dude,
god, I need to see a picture of this fool.
yeah. I don't know. The picture that I have is like, it looks pretty big, so I don't know. There's like a
Well,
ton of different depictions of it, though.
we'll imagine it's small.
Because, you know, there's like no pictures, like
Right.
actual pictures.
Yeah. Wait, is it still alive till this day? Or no?
Yeah, it's still it's still reported to this day. People still think it's real. They think it's out there.
Wow.
It's like
That's
Sasquatch
crazy.
and like the Loch Ness monster. Yeah. So, later, two hunters found tracks and they followed them for 20 miles.
That's a lot of
So
miles.
that's a freaking ton of miles. So the reason why the newspapers were reporting these is because they did not feel like it was a fake sighting, because if it was like a man-made track, like that's dedication to go 20 miles, like that's
Yeah.
insane. And plus just like all these people in all these different areas, like it just seems not like they would be all making it up. But after these sightings, people living in Haddonfield and Collingswood decided to gather groups and posses to hunt the devil. A few people were able to see the devil flying towards Morristown, but they were unable to catch it or shoot it.
Well,
Um,
it is indestructible, so.
it could be. I don't know. Um, on the 21st, it is reported that the Jersey Devil attacked a trolley car in Haddon Heights, but it says that they were able to chase off the devil. So I'm just kind of like, how
Did he
is
get
it?
scared? Because he's
Yeah,
so
like,
little?
who knows?
He's like, get
It's just
a
like this evil little troll.
run. Ew.
Um, after that, several poultry farmers in the area reported that something had killed all of their chickens, and other people reported seeing the devil fly into electrical lines, but completely unfazed. So just flew right into the electrical lines and was not even hurt by it.
Wow.
Later in the day, it's reported that that a telegraph worker just outside of Atlantic City shot the devil. He was able to escape into the woods, but according to the worker, it was limping, so may have hurt him. I mean, I'm assuming the Jersey Devil's a boy, but it could be a girl. Who knows?
Oh, true. That's true.
So a pet owner in Camden spotted the devil trying to eat her dog. She was able to
Oh.
chase it away, but the devil was able to rip a chunk of flesh from the dog's face.
Oh my god, I don't want to know that.
I know. But this attack was one of the most important reported attacks because it was the first time that the Jersey Devil was directly connected to an attack on a live animal. So it was like the first time that anyone had actually seen it attack something and like do damage.
Oh, yeah.
Reports of the attack caused panic to people in the Pine Barrens. Armed guards were put on trolley cars to ensure safety of citizens in transit, and more hunting groups were formed. Schools and businesses even closed, and loggers and lumberjacks who worked in the Pine Barrens refused to work until they were assured that the creature had been caught.
That's so crazy, like how people actually believe that it was real. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
like maybe it is real, who knows? But like, just the fact that people were really scared of like a paranormal being,
I
it's
know.
just,
It
it's
seems like you wouldn't see
crazy.
this type of panic like in today's world.
No, like definitely not.
Yeah, so it's
Like
pretty
even if
crazy.
there's a serial killer now, like they don't say like, oh, curfew, go in at 6 o'clock,
I
like they
know.
don't do that anymore.
And
It's
most people, like,
crazy.
I am like probably one of the most paranoid people ever. So
That's
I'm
true.
always on high alert and I always have an exit anywhere I go. But most people are just like, oh, ha ha ha. Like, I'm just living life, not worried about getting murdered. And I'm like, wow, must be nice.
Yeah. I think
And-
about it a lot. Oh, wait, speaking of like that, um you were the one with the key, right?
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought that same one.
Oh, did you get it
So
yet?
no, not yet. But Kayle, she posted on her story this like it's super tight because like it's a key, like it's a cute little key, and then like you I don't know, unfold it and it's a fucking little knife.
Yeah.
So the cool thing about it is like if you go to like a show or something and you have that on your keys, they probably won't notice that you have like a knife on you. So
It's kind of big. It's bigger than I thought that it was going to
oh,
be. Um, but it's still really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't look like a natural key unless you
Oh,
like
fuck.
fucking own a dungeon or something.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, they have like a bunch of different types of like little knives and like big knives and
yeah, they have
other things. So it's pretty cool. What was it called?
yeah.
Well, we can share it. We should share it so you guys can keep a little weapon on you or in your car, keep yourself safe
Yeah, their motto on their website is always carry in case there's cake.
in case there's cake.
Yeah, but it's Blades for Babes. I think it's a
Ooh,
woman ran company or small business. I know it's
love
not a
it.
company, it's like a small business, but yeah, I found it on someone's Instagram story randomly and I looked through their stuff. They have amazing knives. They have like a little holsters that you can put around your legs and stuff. They have really nice stuff. It looks like it's really good quality.
Good.
But yeah, always keep that motherfucking thing on you.
Yeah.
Anyways, um, so they refused to go back to work until they were assured that the creature had been caught or that it was gone. So the 22nd was the last day of the sightings. After that, things seemed to go back to normal. But this week of terror is one of the main reasons why the Jersey Devil is so widely known today, just because there is still like newspaper clippings and like newspaper reports, and you can find like those reports on the internet.
Hmm.
There are also thousands of other reports online and many mini documentaries on YouTube. And then, as I mentioned before, the Jersey Devil has been featured on popular TV shows such as Paranormal State, Scariest Places on Earth, Monsters and Mysteries in America. And New Jersey also seemed to take on the Jersey Devil, making it a tourist attraction, kind of like Area 51. Um, they even made it the mascot of their hockey team.
That's
So,
insane.
yeah,
Oh,
so
wait,
on
the
their
Jersey Devils.
yeah, so on their jerseys and stuff they have like the little devil logo. So,
Oh, wait, are they called the Jersey Devils? No, huh?
I
I
forgot
don't
to look
know.
that up.
I thought I was smart by putting it together, but that's probably not even it.
Let's see. It is yeah, New Jersey Devils.
Oh, got it. Woo! I am smart.
Yeah. The little devil guy, it kind of looks like a wrench to me, but it's like a wrench with like crossed legs.
A wrench.
Yeah, like the top of it is like the horns, but it looks like a wrench to me, like the tool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy. They've basically just taken it on kind of like it just kind of reminds me of like Area 51, how it's like a total tourist trap now where you
Yeah.
can buy like little figurines and stuff. But yeah, I totally think the Jersey Devil is real. I think that the forests are just as scary as like the oceans because I
Just
think
as
it's
scary?
well, maybe not just as scary. I think the ocean's a little bit
It's like,
scarier.
homegirl, the ocean is fucked. Like, I don't
Well,
even
you're
want to
right.
think about it.
The ocean is terrifying, but
It
like
is
the
so
woods are so
scary.
scary too because okay, well like if I had to be trapped in one, obviously I think ocean would be scarier because you can't fucking breathe. But
Right.
the woods just scare the fucking shit out of me. Like I there's probably so much that we haven't discovered in the woods too, like along with the ocean, so it's just I don't know. It's so scary to think about.
Yeah.
Are you telling me you're not a Jersey Devil believer?
Oh no, 100%. I believe in it, but
Okay.
I mean, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So
I
I'd
would like to see it.
purposely go to the woods and go look for it.
Girl,
See, I'm that type of crazy.
I don't think you are because you don't even like scary movies.
I love scary movies. What are you talking about?
Well, okay, you're right. Well, I
The
feel like
thing,
there's so
the
many
things
that you haven't seen. I'm like,
Well,
Kayla.
just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean I don't like it. I love horror
That's true.
movies. I'm a big horror fan. I just haven't seen everything. Okay, like
That's true.
Hellraiser. Sorry, I haven't seen
Oh.
Hellraiser. But no, like I, the movies that I absolutely like try my best to stay away from though are like ones that are like The Exorcist or like stuff that has to do with
Yeah,
like possessions because
the
that
possession
really
stuff.
yeah, that stuff really does scare me. Like with The Conjuring, I forget which. It might have been the first one or the second one where they had like that where she like got possessed or whatever. I can't do those scenes. Like they are truly the most terrifying things to me. Like I
Yeah.
can't.
The
I will
Conjuring
cry.
is probably my favorite scary movie and it's terrifying. Like I remember I saw it in
So
theaters 3
good.
times.
Holy shit. Yeah, I loved it.
It's
It was
so
super
good.
good. It was just a little too scary for me like
Oh
at
yeah,
those
definitely.
parts. But
I
I'm
get
sorry,
scared by
did
the
you did
stupidest
you
scary movies. Oh, what?
Did you finish?
Oh yeah, no, that's it.
Okay,
That's done.
okay, because I didn't want to like continue talking about other things, but I was gonna say, another really good movie was Sinister.
Oh yeah, I see. I don't get the hype with that one. I thought
Oh
it
my
was good,
god,
but
it was
everybody's like,
fucked.
yeah,
It was so fucked. Like that's why it was so good. It's
it
just
was
so fucked up.
pretty crazy. I don't know. Like I have friends that can't even listen to the song without freaking out.
Wait, I forget what the song is. There's a song. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's like a
god.
scary piano. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It,
Yes.
you can find it on YouTube, but
Yeah, I'll look it up. But that's some shit, dude. Jersey Devil. I wonder if like people have ever like hit it with their car.
dude, maybe.
It's like they're like driving and then they like pass the woods and then it comes out in the middle and they see like in their headlights. That'd be so crazy.
That would be nuts. I remember, oh, I could tell you a scary story really quick that's like a short one that kind
Oh my
of
god.
could do with
Do it.
something like that. So,
Yes.
where I grew up, I've mentioned it before, but there's this place called Skinwalker Ranch, and I'm sure some people, our listeners, have probably heard of it a little bit, which I might do an episode on it in the future. It's just a very big thing to tackle. But
Right.
I have this there was this band who toured here, and I can't remember exactly which band it was, so I don't want to say the wrong one, but they were driving through um Utah in like the deserty parts where it's like just desert for miles. I can't remember which area it is, but they said that they were driving in their van and they were going 90 miles an hour,
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
nighttime. Yeah, because like some of the highways are like 85, but
Oh my god.
yeah.
What the hell?
So they were driving and it was nighttime, and one of the band members that told us the story said that he fucking looked out his window. Like they were almost everyone in the van was sleeping except for the driver. He like woke up and he looked out his fucking window and he saw what he described as like a goat running on its hind legs matching the speed of the
No.
van.
What? That's
Yeah.
some fucking crazy
And that it like
shit.
turned its head and like stared at him, and it had like glowing
Ew.
red eyes and shit. And it was just,
Ew.
he said it was just like a goat with horns, like a
Ew.
devil goat. Yeah.
Was he out like on shrooms or something? Maybe that was
No.
his sleep paralysis, like
I
in a
don't think he
van.
was, but then like everyone in the van woke up and saw it too. Like like 5 people saw it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to know who the fuck these people are.
I
What
can't
the
remember
hell?
which band it was, but I don't want to
Damn
say just in case
it.
it wasn't them.
Yeah.
I can
Right.
tell you
Yeah.
after, but
Yeah.
I can't remember because this was like freaking, I don't know, 4 5 years ago. But
You know when I was a kid, I, believed in the chupacabra and I still believe in it because I do believe it killed the goat that I had.
oh,
Um yeah, but when I don't know why I thought it was a chupacabra. Like there's no way that what I'm about to tell you is a chupacabra, but anyways, so I remember being really little, probably like 5, 6 or 7 years old, and I was in my dad's truck and I was sitting in the back seat, and underneath his seat I saw two, I can't remember if they were green or red, but I saw glowing eyes underneath the seat,
oh,
and it
what?
scared the shit out of me, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I was a kid, so I was terrified, but I also didn't know what it was, so I also like I was scared, but then I just kind of like brushed it off. But yeah, I still, damn, I can't believe I still remember that. But yeah, I saw
That's
that shit.
crazy.
But yeah, I think
Yeah.
a chupacabra ate my goat or killed my goat because I had a goat named Chiva, which is goat in Spanish. um,
Very clever.
yeah, and so this is when I was living in Lancaster and California, not Pennsylvania, because I think there's a Pennsylvania Lancaster, right? I don't know. But anyways, I remember like we had like a really big backyard because we lived in the desert, so there's always like a bunch of land on everyone's properties, and so we had a really big backyard that was just dirt. And I remember my dad being outside and him telling me not to come back out in the back, and then me being the child like curious, I'm like, no, I'm gonna come over. And then I go and then I see the goat is like dead on the floor, an eyeball missing, there's like a
Oh
hole, there's
no.
like a circle hole in its leg, his stomach was like cut open, but there was like no blood anywhere, so that's why
Dude, it
we're
was an alien.
okay, so exactly, I was like, it was either an alien or the chupacabra. Like it's either one of or the other, because the
Oh yeah, because
chupacabra,
don't they
those
suck
are,
the blood?
yes, they're
Yeah.
blood, they're goat sucking blooders, blood
Goat
sucking
sucking
goaters.
blooders?
Fuck, what is it? Blood sucking goats. No, they suck the blood out of goats.
Yeah. Dude, I
Yeah.
honestly do believe in that too, because it could just be like a feral dog somewhere, like a different type of species, you know? Like a hyena
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was just
Yeah.
it was pretty sad, and then we buried it in our backyard.
That's sad.
I actually took a trip to that house recently. It was like sometime last year, I think. Um and and it was crazy to go back to that house, and I wanted to, just to see it.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was abandoned. The
Oh,
house
wow.
was abandoned, and I can see, like, there was boards up on all the windows, and then I could see that there was like a fire like in the kitchen or something, because it was like all burnt, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I tried to, like, I really wanted to like hop over the wall so I can go to my backyard and like actually see everything again, but I could just see it from, looking over it. But it was really crazy to be back there and see it, because like I lived there for a while when I was a kid, and
Yeah,
I
that's
used to play in
crazy.
the street, and it was just so like surreal to see it. But I'm like, holy fuck, I couldn't believe that it was like abandoned. It's weird because you don't think about like your childhood places being abandoned, like
Yeah.
it's meant to be lived in. So it was just
It's kind
really
of weird. It's
crazy.
like you go there and you just like remember running around through the house, and now it's just like empty and sad.
It's empty and burned and fucking probably like filled with ghosts of goats or something. I don't know.
Ghost goats.
Goat ghosts.
That's funny.
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess that's all we got for you guys.
I have so many fucking weird, scary stories that I heard growing up and where I did. It was just like, oh my god. It was so scary. We'll have to save it for another time.
Well, thank you guys for listening. This was a fun episode to do. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around.
All right. Well, don't forget, if you guys have, oops, if you guys have any, drop my phone again. If you guys have any stories of your own, any sleep paralysis stories, any nightmares you want to share with us, any ghost sightings, any Jersey Devil sightings, hit us up, email us, taleoftwodeadgirls@gmail.com. And we'd be happy to share your stories with everybody listening. um,
Yes.
yeah, so with that being said, I guess we'll just talk to you guys in the next episode.
Yeah. Oh, and also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Tale of Two Dead Girls, and on Twitter, it's TOTG podcast.
Yes, and then like us on Facebook, Tale of Two Dead Girls. Woo!
Yes.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later, and we'll
We'll
meet
meet you
you
6
six
feet
feet
under.
under.